Once upon a time in the small town of Waldo, there lived two neighbors who were as different as night and day, Hansel Thunberg and Willie. Hansel was known for his mischievous ways, always looking for a good laugh, while Willie was a serious, nature-loving individual. One sunny morning, as Willie tended to his beloved worm farm, he noticed a mischievous glint in Hansel's eyes. Hansel couldn't resist the urge to play a prank on his unsuspecting neighbor. He tiptoed over to Willie's yard wearing a ninja costume he had borrowed from a local theater production. With the precision of a stealthy cat, Hansel approached Willie's worm farm. He could barely contain his laughter as he imagined the chaos he was about to unleash. He began to scoop up the worms one by one into a large bucket. The squirming creatures tickled his hands, causing him to giggle uncontrollably. However, in his excitement, Hansel accidentally knocked over a nearby potted plant, making a loud crash. Willie, alerted by the noise, rushed outside to investigate. He was surprised to find Hansel standing there, dressed as a ninja, holding a bucket full of worms. "What on earth are you doing, Hansel?" Willie asked, struggling to keep a straight face. Hansel froze, realizing that his prank had been foiled. He removed his ninja mask, revealing a sheepish grin. "Willie, my dear friend," Hansel began, trying to keep a straight face, "I thought it would be hilarious to borrow your worms for a secret ninja training session. They're the best crawling obstacle course, you know." Willie couldn't help but chuckle at Hansel's audacity and creativity. "Well, Hansel, you certainly have a unique sense of humor," Willie replied, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "But I'm afraid my worms are not trained for ninja purposes." Hansel's shoulders slumped, and he handed the bucket back to Willie. The worms squirmed and wriggled, seemingly relieved to be back in their familiar environment. "I'm sorry, Willie," Hansel said sincerely. "I got carried away with my prankster nature. I promise I won't mess with your worm farm again." Willie patted Hansel on the back, laughing. "Oh, Hansel, you're a character, that's for sure," Willie said. "Just remember, pranks are fun, but it's important to consider the consequences. Now, let's release these worms back to their cozy home." Together, Hansel and Willie carefully emptied the bucket, watching as the worms disappeared into the rich soil of the worm farm. They both couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of the situation. From that day forward, Hansel became known as the Worm Ninja of Waldo, using his mischievous nature to bring smiles and laughter to the town. And whenever Willie tended to his worm farm, he couldn't help but remember the day Hansel had attempted to train his worms in the ways of the ninja, a prank that would be forever etched in their memories.